Okay, so hey, what's guys? This is your friend Captain Diavels back with another video, and in this today's video, we are going to talk about some of the biggest games in the size of the maps, and these are really big. These are some cool games which I kind of say you might didn't even know about those games. So this is gaming justified, and let's get started. For the reference, let's talk about the smallest game with a smallest map. It is Rocket League. Kind of say there is only a small arena where two players compete with each other. Kind of say 2v2 or you can say 1v1. It depends upon your choose which you are using. But let's talk about how much size of this map is having. 0.1127 kilometers and square kilometers by the way. And how much time it took around 2 complete years to make this game. It started developing on the full development for the Rocket League around in 2013, and around in 2 years and under $2 million this game with the battlegars battling with each other was been built. This is not on the list, but if I do have to say so, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and this is built by one of my favorite companies in this market in the PC gaming, by the way, Ubisoft. Kind of say this game took around more than 2 years, and you might be thinking, what is the size of this game? It is around and around. You might be thinking, how much? It is small, but it's not on the list by the way. But if I do have to say so, it is 3.7 kilometers square, and yeah, it is a map of London if you remember it, and kind of say it is kind of really bigger for some of those such as me. So yeah, it is really big. So now let's talk about the list. On this list, smallest game in this list by the way, it is Asheron's Call. It is around 1295 kilometers square, and if I do have to say so about this game, it is really big as for me. And it was launched around in 1999. I don't know about how much time did it make, but it was launched under Microsoft, and kind of say it was launched on the Windows. So yeah, it was a kind of a say Windows exclusive. And you might be thinking it's gonna be a single player game, but no, this game was actually a multiplayer game, and it was really nice thing to think about that thing. By the way, it was took a time to build this game as for me, and it was the next game on the list is Test Drive Unlimited, and this was also launched by Microsoft, but remember, this was launched on the Xbox and PlayStation, and kind of say this wasn't a Microsoft game, but let's leave it aside that thing. But it was developed by Atari and Eden Games, kind of not too known for a lot of people, but they have developed a really good game. It was a test driving series game, and kind of say it was launched between 2006 to 2007 on different regions in Europe and Australia and etc. It was also a single player and a multiplayer game, and yeah, it was launched on Atari. And if you didn't know about Atari, it is a really retro type thing which you should know about consoles, and you might evenly know about this console too. The next game on the list is The Crew. Yeah, this is a video game, and you might be thinking, what is the size? It is around 5,000 square kilometers, and yeah, it was a really big game. It was launched on the platforms such as the Microsoft Windows, the PlayStation, and Xbox Series. It was a single player and a multiplayer both playable games. It was also a racing game, and you know who was the designer of this game? It was hard to tell you, but it was Stephen Hawking. Yeah, really nice to hear that thing. And if I do have to say so, what was the release time? It was in 2014, and kind of say it was developed by Ubisoft. Yeah, really good gaming company as for me. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below about the list. Next on the list is known by Fuel. Yeah, that's the name of this game, Fuel. And if I do have to say so, how much the map of this game is, It is around 14,400 kilometers square. Yeah, it is really big, and kind of say the size of US state of Connecticut. I forgot the proper pronunciation, but let's talk about the developers. It was developed by Asobo Studios. Don't judge me over the pronouncing. ASOBO Studios. And yeah, it was launched on the platforms such as PlayStation and Microsoft Windows, and evenly on the Xbox 360. Not about each and every one, but only for the 360. And you might be thinking, what's the type of this game? It's a racing based game, and kind of say racing games are actually bigger than I thought. And if I do have to say so, it was launched in 2009. Yeah, on the different regions date were changing. And if I do have to say so, it is a single and multiplayer game. Yeah, multiplayer games were evenly famous in that time too. So yeah, it is really nice to hear that thing. And next on the list is Glide Wars Nightfall. And kind of say this was a multiplayer game launched in 2006 and 2009 for different regions. And it was launched on the Windows, and it was developed by Arena.net. And kind of say it was having a really big map as for me, 38,850 square kilometers. So yeah, this is a really big, and if I have played this game, then definitely gonna be hard to complete this game. Between it was a multiplayer game, and it wasn't a racing type of game, it is a action role multiplayer game. So yeah, it is really nice to hear that thing. The next game on the list is the Lord of the Rings Online. This was a free to play game, which is a really nice thing, and it was launched around 2007, developed by Standing Stone Games. Yeah, a very well known company. And as per the name Online, this was a multiplayer game. So yeah, it is really nice to hear that thing. And if I do have to say so, it was launched on the Microsoft Windows OS X. And yeah, it is really nice to hear that thing. And if I do have to say so, how big is the game? It was having a 77,700 square kilometers of the size of the map, which is really big. The next on the list is kind of say on the number second as for me. This is Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. And you might be thinking it's gonna be just around the game. No, it was launched in 1996. Yeah, it is really nice, and it was a single player game. It was an action based game, and you might even didn't know about the developers of this game. It was developed by Bethesda softwares, and yeah, don't judge me on the pronunciation, but if I do have to say so, it is really nice that in before 2000s there were some big games, and kind of say now we are seeing some small maps games. So yeah, what do you think about that thing? So the number one game on the list is kind of say the size of the earth, and it is Microsoft Simulator, which is a flight simulator. Around 2020 you might even know about this game, and it is really big. And around 2020 this game was released, and it was a single player and evenly multiplayer. You can roam around it, got a full scale size of the earth. So yeah, it is a really nice thing. It was developed by Asobo Studios and publisher on the Xbox media only, which is Xbox games. And if I do have to say so, the size of this game, you might even didn't think about how big it was. It was I told you it's around the earth, but let me just tell you the specific price: 510,072,000 kilometers square. Yeah, it was really big. So it is evenly bigger than lakhs and thousands and even big. So yeah, really big as for me, and it is size of the earth. Yeah, so yeah, you know. So those were some of the games which are actually around the size of the earth, and even the size of the earth sized games. And these are only around the size of the earth, but there are actually games which are evenly bigger, which we're going to be talking in a later video, or you can say in a separate video. So stay tuned on the channel for that video. By the way, this was Captain Yaros. You are watching Gaming Justified. If you enjoyed this video, then straight up like and subscribe for more content like this, and share among your friends who think that their games are actually bigger and they are not able to solve. Give them these games and they will be evenly confused. So this was Captain Yaros. You are watching Gaming Justified. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay in gaming, but don't cheat.